Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Learn Factorio together. Alright, last episode we started off the boss. What I want to do is basically get to construction robots and a personal roboport as quickly as possible. So, we don't quite yet have the science for a personal roboport, and to do that we need blue science. We also need personal solar panels, regular solar panels. So we've got a little bit of research to do to get there. But while that research is happening, we need to think about what we need to actually build these things, which is green circuits and flying frames. Flying frames need batteries, green circuits, and electric engines. Electric engines need regular engines. And that's kind of what we want to look at. So we need lubricant as well. And what we're going to do, I think, is just get this bus with a bit of everything happening and go from there, I think. So what we will do is something like this, just to neaten it up a bit. There we go. All right. Try and plan for the future. Well, that's just going to have to do that. Alright. This, however, can really do something like that. And we want to bring it in on this one here. Yes. There we go. Alright. Now we have copper and iron, and all we else need is steel. We had this little bit of steel coming down here. Oh, that's right. We were using up this lane here so we could recover all of this as we go and just neaten up the base a little bit, which is always a nice thing to do. So we'll leave that running like so, and where can we bring the steel down temporarily? It is getting very tight. Yeah, well, of course we'll just do that, I guess, and let's recover that for now. There we go. And we'll bring it down on this lane, which is just on the inside of that one. There we go. A few more of those disappearing. Okay, so where do we say that was? On. Let's use map mode because there's less mouse worries on map mode. So we wanted it sort of here. Didn't hold down shift, of course. Here. There we go. Alright. So jump out of map mode, and we've got our marker. So that's where we want the steel to come in for now. Obviously, okay, so we want to get to there. We'll need that. Be nice to have as well. Start moving away from our coal power. Alright. So let's bring this down. Need that one. Alright, keep going. And I really don't like how that looks, so let's just do that. And we can do that. You're going the other way. It's good to know. Oh, lost him. Alright, and down we go. There we go, alright. And we have steel, which we'll bring in on that guy. Alright, how are we going? Let's do 100. Okay, so now we have steel, copper, and iron. First thing we're going to want to feed off this bus is some green circuits. Now let us just see if we have enough space here for some green circuits. I'm just going to grab, what do we need? We need some more undergrounds over yonder. Let's grab all 50, and we're pretty good for most other things. Alright, do we have power poles being made? That's you, power poles, excellent. Hard to tell in the dark, let's pop some light here, there we go. Let there be light. Okay. Now, where were we? So, green circuits. Green circuits are a fairly classic arrangement where we've only got 2 of these. Whoops, should have grabbed a few of those. Where we do a, I think we talked about the ratio in the previous game, which we shall not mention. There we have them. Alright, so to make green circuits, it's 1 iron plate and 3 copper cable. Now copper cable takes 1 copper plate, creates 2 copper cable. So the general rule here is you have 3 copper cable producers, which produces 6 copper cable a second, and that allows you to produce 3 of these, which produces 6 every half a second, and that allows you to produce 2 electronic circuits every half a second. So to do that, we have our 3 copper, and this arrangement will become clear shortly while we've done that. So these guys are producing the copper cables, and these guys are producing the green circuits. Now, where we go here, why we've set it up this way is we actually want 2 blue inserters going out to get the speed we need of the 3 per second. I think it's actually that. Let's test this out. Alright, so we'll power the whole lot with a guy in the middle. Get him powered up, of course. Never quite works out, does it? There we go. Now we need to get copper cable in on this lane here. So there we go. The other way, thank you, and then jump across our main bus, which is looking just a little bit sad at the moment, but that's alright. Okay, so that, we need another one here. This probably means we can get away without that. Yep. Okay, so that gives us that, and then we want our iron in on the other side. What do we need? We need 1 every half second, so it doesn't really matter which way we do this, but let's put our input first and then our output. Alright. And circuits will go on the top one of this. Okay, so output we need, give me a blue inserter in and a red out. And I feel like this power arrangement could be better, like that. So there we go. And there we have green circuits being produced, 1 every half a second. And we're getting enough copper cable through. This guy's outputting, this guy's outputting. All outputting to the max. This guy's not stopping, and this guy's not stopping either. So there we go, the perfect ratio. And so this guy now is green circuits on the bus. Alright. And the bus continues. Bus as it is being only one little row of everything. So as you can see, we now no longer have a full complement of iron and copper going through as we're using it up. And obviously we'll want to expand this in the not too distant future. Let's see if we can actually fit another one in. No, we can. Look, I'm going to do that just because it's always nice to plan big, so while I think about it too, love having some lights. There we go. You guys are in. That's where you guys going in. Out, out. There we go. Okay. Fix you up. Fix you up. What happened to you? Fix you up. And we're off. Off to the races. There we go. So now we have 2 lots of green. For now, we will just even that up by doing this. And there we go. Alright, so we'll balance it to get it on both sides of the bus. Now, so we have green circuits. What's next on our list? We want to make electric engines into flying frames. Let's have a look at batteries. Okay, we didn't talk about batteries. Batteries, we need to do a little bit of work over here because we need sulfuric acid, which needs sulfur. All right. So, what we need is some of these guys to make our goodies. So we're going to do this for now. So you're going to make sulfuric acid. You're going to make sulfur. Okay, so this guy needs iron and water. Should we do it over here or should we pop it over here? Let's do it over here, and we'll peel off the bus here and bring our iron in. All right. So let's find these guys again. 1, 2, 3. I feel like that is just a little bit close. It could be a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, we'll get sulfur in. So we've got 2 sulfur feeding the one, because this requires 5 sulfur every second. This produces 2 sulfur in 1 second. So it's not quite perfect. You actually end up with 4 sulfur a second. So it does slow this down slightly, but not by much. Alright, while I think about it, let's get some handcrafting happening. I'm going to need an offshore pump for some water. And other than that, we need to get in some petroleum. And that's good for that. Alright, so we want to be feeding this guy directly into our sulfuric acid. And water and petroleum. Okay. So let us get our pipes out. So this is going to be the water arrangement, and we'll run it to there. Yep. And then we need to get in our petroleum, like so. Wonderful. All right, you're in. You're in. You have to go there. You there, and you there. All right. So now we just need petroleum on this line. Which we'll grab from here. Oops, there we go. And then water, we just handcrafted a pump somewhere in our inventory. There it is. So let's jump down here and grab a bit of water. We're going to need it in the not too distant future. So just thinking about the best spot. I wouldn't mind bringing it in on that line. Beautiful. All right. So we'll need a bit of water for our petroleum in the future. Just mark it there. Alright, so we want to bring it in on this line. Across here. Perfect. Alright. Cut in like so, and grab me another one of these. Bang. Alright, so that is water and petroleum over yonder. Let's get our power poles. Where can we hook you guys up to? Let's take you up and over here. No, might need a diagonal just to actually make that work. There we go. Alright, so now we've got sulfur being produced and we've got water. We just need iron. So we'll take a little split off the bus here. There we go. And like so. Alright, that will give us what we need. Alright, we're out of transport belts, but this will get us sulfuric acid. So, with the sulfuric acid, we can look at making batteries. And went too far. Give me some belts. Anything else I need while I'm here? Splitters, undergrounds, power poles, all good. Alright, good for now. So let us bring you down to here and pop you in there. How much do we need? Just one iron plate. That's alright. So we now have sulfuric acid. Of course, it's we've got to pump it out. I'll get it on a pipe here. Now, what are we doing? Let's quick check. Yep, they're doing alright. Bit of damage on that guy. Looks like we're getting some spitters happening. Lovely. Alright. Let us say that you are actually going to be pipes. Okay, portable solar. We're getting closer. Alright, so what I want to do then is bring you in here. Do we have any tanks? Let's get a few tanks crafted, just for a bit of a buffer. There we go, alright. So we'll get sulfuric acid on this top line. There we go, alright. So that will be used for batteries. How's this all going? Yeah, look, they're holding. What's the ammo like? Ammo's alright, we'll just keep at it. Okay, so we are almost at battery storage, battery production. Sulfur, copper plate and iron. Yep, we have everything we need. I did just want to pop this here and maybe another one here, just so that we have a bit of a buffer, because we want to expand this. Obviously, having just one sulfuric acid output is fairly pov, but we are getting a little bit closer. So batteries we can pop right here. To make a battery we need sulfuric acid, copper and iron, and it is, just didn't see the timing, 4 seconds. So we'll want 4 of those, and we will need 4 iron plates a sec. So we do a half row of iron and a half row of copper, and that will work out lovely. Alright, so that's not what I wanted. I need these guys. Let's start with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's get our power poles in. Them up to the adjacent, and you are making batteries. Alright, so we need sulfuric acid. Let's see how we can do with this. Pipes we want there, and then we can have an inserter there. Perfect. Alright, that is pretty wonderful. Personal roboport still needs blue science, and we'll have to start working on that as well. Okay, so this needs to hook up to oh, we're out of these. That needs to hook up to sulfur, and then we need to feed in our copper. Man, this is getting quite hammered, isn't it? How's our pollution? That's why they've got all those bases there, just ready to run us over. So we're on a bit of a tight schedule. Try and get this as much of the robot production done as we can now, and then maybe probably next episode we'll need to clear those out. But now I've forgotten what I came here for. What were we out of? Pipes. Okay, let's grab some more undergrounds. 200 pipe to ground, that's pretty handy. Yes, we'll be getting rid of this sooner rather than later. Of course, we need some lights here. Yeah, so we'll bring this down like so, and like so, and then cut it in there. Beautiful. Alright. Personal roboport tech, we have it upon us. Alright, that is wonderful. Now, next we wanted to get our row of iron and copper. Okay, so we want a half row, so we want to do that. And then, if we do that one, we get that straight up in there like so, and we are good as gold. Hang on, I wanted to bring it in over here and have the inserters. Yeah, let's do that. It's a bit neater, I think. Saves us using saves us using long handles. This pipe, of course, is going to be a slight issue, so we'll have to do there and there. All right. And then we'll kick this one over one, and off we go. Beautiful. Quite like the arrangement there. Need some blue inserters, and then that gives us an output of batteries right here. Beautiful. Ooh, what did we do wrong here? That is on the wrong line, that's the problem. That is not a problem at all, actually, because you can always have green circuits in them. Beautiful. So we want to have greens, reds, and blues here. I could put it with the steel. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it with the steel. Alright, so we want to do that and that. And now we should be getting batteries. What are we missing? What is going on here? Oh, we haven't got any outs. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? There we go. Alright. And we have batteries. So, batteries done, steel done, green circuits done, electric engines. Alright, so electric engines need regular engines. And regular engines are just steel and iron. Alright, and lubricant. We might not be making any lubricant just yet, but we will certainly do that. While I think about it, we probably are going to be hitting limits on some of these. Yeah, we're already hitting heavy and light. So the lubricant will use up the light oil. Let's pop some lubricants over here. It's a bit close. Let's just do that. Lubricant, and all it needs is heavy oil. So let's get our pipe to ground here, and that seems a bit redundant, doesn't it? Alright, let's just run straight across like that, and then output, we'll do that, and oh, something's happening. Just being damaged. Okay, more spitters. We really need to take care of that next episode. But I really want to get this. Up and running. All right, lubricant. Do we have a clear path out here? Maybe. Do we have a few more of these? Sure. I really don't want to be using up too much more space here, so. Let's put some storage over here for lubricant. That just seems wrong. There we go. Alright, so let's get some lubricant going there. We obviously need some power. And we have lubricant. Alright. See if we can nicely span across here. We are actually one too high, aren't we? So let's... what did we say? We're one too high, so we want to be there. Alright. Yeah, just so we can walk through there if needs be. Oh, actually, no, we can't do that, can we? There we go. Alright. Across we run with you. Now let's hope we don't accidentally hook up to the tank. And lubricant is on the bus. So, for lubricant, while I think about it, we probably need to defend this area here. Where's our... Here we go, we got a blueprint for it. I'm just going to pop that there, just to be safe. All right, and let's get some of you. Just never know. We haven't got any pollution hitting over here yet, but certainly over here could be happening. Okay, so we are talking engines. We need 10 to make one a second. Yes, 10 to make one a second because it takes 10 seconds to build them. So let's see if we've actually got room here. We might starting to clash with our yes, starting to clash here. So let's move this across a bit. About there. Okay. Because as always, I like to do them in groups of 2 with a medium power pole on either side, and then you get sort of full coverage of power for the 2. So you're making an engine, you're making an engine. While I think about it, personal roboport needs blue science, so we actually can't research that at the moment. What other things do we want? Yeah, we're not going logistics robots just yet. Lasers would be nice, but I think we want to run with accumulators first. Just trying to think through in my mind where we want to go. Yeah, we'll grab accumulators. Oops. We'll grab accumulators and roll with that. All right. So these guys, what do we need? We wanted 10 of these, so we're going to need 20 pots per second and 10 iron gears per second. So we actually need 10 iron gears per second. Is that right? I'm not doing that right. Sure. We want to produce one of these a second. Oh, we need 10 iron gears every 10 seconds. Yeah, we want to produce one of these a second, so we need 1 iron gear a second and 2 pipes per second. So that is actually just, let's make you one of these and you one of these. Where are those pipes? So this will produce 2 a second, and I mean this will produce 2 a second, but we only need 1 a second. So let's think about how we want this to actually pan out. You're in the way, buddy. So if these are going to be producing engines, we'll want iron coming in to feed these 2 guys, but then going out we actually want to be those 2 and steel. Let's see if we can do this in a way that looks a bit neat. And I'm going to say actually the easiest way is to bring steel in up here and output our engines over here. So that means iron is coming in, and we want these guys outputting onto one belt. Yes. Yes. So iron needs to come up this lane. But we don't want it to go past here. And then we actually want sort of that, something that. Alright, we get iron here, and you are popping in iron, and you're popping in iron. You're going to output, and the problem is they both output to the outside of here, so we want this one to come in on the inside somehow, by doing, that's something like that. I mean, that works. It's not the neatest. I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but we're going to run with that. Alright, let's just hook these guys up, see what happens. Yeah, cool. Alright. Let's get... you are going the wrong way, of course. Always the wrong way. Let's get you up to here. And that. So we get steel in. We only need... how much steel do we need? We need 1 a second, so yeah, that's 1 row of that will be plenty. And all we need then is to feed these guys in. In, and out. And how are we looking? Done. Okay, let's take a copy of this. Just for the sake of copying, let's do that. And there we go. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And that is what we need. Alright. Let's pop these down. Pop these down. Alright, so this will give us one a minute, which is quite nice. And do we have time to actually see this in action? Surely we'll just run. Running a little bit late. That's all. Why have you got no power? What's your problem? Look at that. Oh, I missed a gap. Well, that is a shame. It's hard to see, so no one's going to know, are they? That, of course, is the wrong direction for that belt, too. That is why that was coming out with errors when I was trying to place it down. We don't need you guys. Disappear. And our errors are washed away. Okay. And that is regular engines. And then electric engines just need regular engines, green circuits, and lubricant. But we need some blue assembly machines. We also need some lights here. Thank you. Are we producing blue assembly machines over here? I don't believe we are. Where's our regular assemblies? No, we are definitely not. So let's handcraft a few of these. And that's probably something that we'll also look at in another episode. Starting to get a little bit of a better mall setup. But I'm just really keen on getting these robots happening as soon as possible. Alright, so we've got some blue guys happening already. Now we'll want to do 1 a second again. Electric engines, so again we need 10. It's not a problem. Okay, Now you are electric engines. Lubricant will come in from that side. How are we going to do this? Yes? Or should we have it in the middle? Let's see how this rolls first. Let's not worry about science for now, because this is a bit of a mystery. We want to get lubricant in. We're actually going to use up sort of all the slots here, unless we do undergrounds crossing over. That's probably a better idea. Alright. Sorry, just thinking out loud. You do something like that, and then have our batteries coming in with engines coming in with green circuits. Look at that, it's actually on the right side of the bus too. So let's get our green circuits up there. We're gonna have to ignore that, so you have to go there. Like that. That is actually perfect. Alright. So it's going to use a lot of undergrounds. I wonder if there's a better way to do this. I could use long-handled inserters, because this is a lot of pipe for really not much gain. Let's go with long-handled inserters. I think they're going to be a much neater arrangement. So these guys sadly actually have to move a bit further away, because what we want to do is something like that, feeding in from this belt. Yep, that's what we want to do. Alright. I like that just a little bit more, a little bit of planning, but we'll get there. And then what we're going to do is run from here, yes, and switch around that way, like so. And then we'll just run, just let us move through it. We'll do that. Perfect. Alright. And then, of course, we need to connect that up. Whew. I felt like this was a bit of a struggle, but red engine, electric engines should be go. And some inserters out. What do we got? 10 seconds. And who are we honestly kidding? We don't need fast inserters for that. Let's save a little bit of resources there. Just going to try and line these up so we don't stuff up the bus. Alright, there we go. Lubricant in. And electric engines. Alright. Get you to go up to there, and then let's copy and paste. Wrong direction. There we go. Okay, we're not making that mistake again. Copy and paste. Perfect. Except there's a tree in the way. Paste again. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, well, I'll have to, should actually pop these in first. So then we can just dang those ones there. Run you up there. Oops. Alright. And let us get this arrangement going. We can have enough pipes to do this? Probably not. Still got another couple to pop in, but that's alright. We'll maybe get onto the next episode, but there we have it. We now have everything we need to make flying robot frames. Whew, man, that was a journey. And next episode we will do that. Think about maybe some protection from those. Well, honestly, we'll probably just go out and maybe wipe out those biter bases. Maybe. Nothing is ever certain. Just want to do this before I forget. Alright, the to-do list is growing greatly. Let's get our 10 of these. That's it, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, it is. And pop those down. That's enough. And alright. Don't need that. There we go. Let's pop some lights here and here. And we are good. Alright, I am going to call it there because that's well over time, but we are all ready to get robots, which is honestly pretty amazing. We're going to need blue science to get us our personal roboport, and that's on the to-do list. As always, if you've got any comments, any suggestions on how we can improve, I'd love to hear them. And even as I'm talking, I'm looking over here and saying, well, we need to do something about this light oil because none of these are producing any oil and we're out of petroleum. So we'll have to look at solid fuel as well. Excellent. So many things to do, and we'll do them on the next episode and many more to come. Thanks for watching and love to hear your comments down below.